All right, hi Faith Formation families. I am really excited that this is one of, we're getting toward the end of our Faith Formation program year. There will be things coming in the next couple of months that we'll talk about later here. But as far as programming goes, we are in the home stretch. So without further ado, K through 5, you have your last Zoom class this coming Tuesday. After that is just the live event on the May 4th for everybody, and then as far as official classes go, that's it. That's our last Zoom class. So Tuesday night, your Zoom link is below, and those of you that log on to the ones that your teachers send you, those will be in your email, or you already know what they are from them. Okay. Grade 6 and 7, you guys wrapped up last Sunday. And grade 6, I have one last video for you guys if you're interested to cover that last chapter that we didn't quite get to. So that's there and available for anybody that wants to, kind of wrap up the Old Testament work that we've been doing throughout the year. And I appreciate those of you that are working on it remotely. So if that video helps you, great. If you're going it alone, that's fine. It's just there as a resource. But as far as official classes go, you guys are all done. And 8 and 9, you guys were done too with confirmation. I know that caused some confusion for people. So we did have to stray a little bit from the pamphlet that we put out earlier in the year, and we did have to stray a little bit for First Eucharist. I'll get to that in a minute. When we create those schedules, what we do not know at that time when that comes out is how confirmation will affect things. So the diocese is the one that gives us the date, and they give it to us so late in the year that then we're trying to scramble and fit things around it. So I apologize if things kind of got moved. And I do appreciate the fact that we kind of get in a rhythm, and then to have it disrupted throws people off. I tried really hard not to do that. Sometimes things happen. So, we're rolling with the punches here, but I appreciate those of you that did reach out. I'm trying to let you know in these videos and the newsletter, sometimes the communication doesn't go as far as it should. So my apologies for anybody that was totally confused this week or didn't know what was going on. But grade 8 and 9 are all done. Grade 6 and 7 are all done as far as in-person or as far as Zoom classes and chapters. First Eucharist, you guys have, so the Wednesday night class, the last Zoom was Wednesday night, and now the last Zoom class for Mrs. Vacanti's Sunday class is Sunday. And again, I know the schedule got thrown off. I apologize for that, and I apologize for the people that didn't know, because I did announce it in the newsletter, but it didn't go to everybody. So I apologize that not everybody knew. However, there's a video for every chapter down in the newsletter. So if you missed any of those, either my fault or scheduling or whatever happened, just please catch up with the video. That's why they're there, just in case that stuff happens. Excuse me. So as long as we get all those chapters in, that's the important part. And then of course we have the rehearsal schedule, so be sure to check that out. For rehearsal, you do not need to sign up. You just need to come. We have an empty church. We're gonna, there's more than enough room for all of us to socially distance. That's why I'm not having people sign up. Just show up for whatever one works for you. You do not have to go to a rehearsal at the church you're going to make your First Communion at. For instance, if you're from Our Lady of Lourdes, but you can't make it the day that we're having that reception and you'd rather do it the Friday night before at St. Thomas More or whatever, that's fine. All we really need to do with rehearsal is to practice going up, what the children are going to do, and how to move the mask, which you'll see the video below if you need to practice at home. And I also want them to taste what the Eucharist will taste like, the unconsecrated host. They'll get a chance to taste that to know what it's going to taste like. So, excuse me, with the heaters kicking on because of this cold weather, it has totally dried out my throat. So I apologize for that. Anyhow, so that's what that's all about. Rehearsals just to get the kids familiar so that on the day of, it's not this thing in their mouth that they don't know what it's going to taste like. I think they have some preconceived ideas, and this is our chance to like get them used to what it's going to taste like, how they have to move the mask, all that good stuff. So really it doesn't matter which church they show up for a rehearsal. As long as they know the mechanics of it, they'll be fine. Um, and we'll talk more about that in our classes, and cover any questions. Now next week I am completely open for First Eucharist. If you guys have questions, if you need a rehearsal that fits in a different time frame, I'll work with you the best I can. I did that on purpose because we're getting ready for the May crowning event, and we're getting ready for First Eucharist and wrapping things up. So feel free to reach out to me if you need anything extra next week. Okay. All right. So that's everybody. All grades are invited to the last event of the Faith Formation year, which is on a Tuesday, and it's May 4th. And it's a May crowning event, and all the details for that are below. I wasn't able to add them to last week's newsletter because we had some changes. So I apologize. I think I had said last week they would be in last week's, but I had to move it to this week just to confirm some details that weren't confirmed yet. So anyway, it's below. So go ahead and read that and see if that's something you want to do. So what it basically is going to be is we're going to start at Our Lady Queen of Peace at 6 o'clock. We're going to pray a decade of the rosary, have the kids put flowers in the vase, and have someone do a May crowning, depending on who shows up. I'm not going to pre-schedule that. We'll just have whoever shows up first that wants to do it, and we'll do it that way. So they'll crown Mary. We will say some prayers, um, maybe sing a song together, and then everybody gets in the car that wants to and goes to the next church. And we're going to go to Our Lady of, we'll go to St. Anne's next, and we will do a May crowning in the parking lot of that church. And then we'll go, and say another decade of the Rosary, go to the third church, which is Our Lady of Lourdes, say the third mystery, some prayers, a hymn, crowning, go to the St. Thomas More and finish the Rosary there, do the May crowning. So that's what that's going to look like. So I just wanted to let you know I'm looking at something that's probably going to last, anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes at each site, maybe not even that long, depending on, how it gets rolling. If you can make all of them, fantastic. If that doesn't work for your family schedule, go to the ones that fit the time frame for you. And those are approximate, so we might be running a little late, we might be a little early. I'm going to try to have people at each site that I can text to let them know we're on our way, or whatever the case may be. But that's the goal, is that we will have that. And I will have rosaries there for the kids to have. And I also encourage you, I will have flowers for kids, but if you want to bring your own flowers, you can. There will be a vase at each site for those flowers to be with the statue and the crowning. So, okay, this is just our way of saying a Thanksgiving prayer for all that, all the blessings we've had this year, and for bringing us through this really challenging year. And, I'm especially grateful for all of you for following and trusting that we would get through this year. I've been more than elated with how much people have really made faith formation a priority this year, and I'm so grateful for that. And I'm looking forward to brighter days ahead and more fun for us to have. And it looks like we will be getting there. And we're starting already the plans for next year. So, the next thing I want to talk about is registration for next year. My hope is to have registration available and ready on websites and going home to families in July. And then we'll get that back. If you're one of those families that goes away for the summer, it'll be an email form too, a flock note that'll go out that'll say, hey, you can register and here's where you can register. So one way or the other, in person, paper, or email, we are not going to use the app that we used last year. We are switching courses on that because that app failed us a great deal this year. So we will have a new way of registering. It is coming. I've been getting emails from people already, and some of that was dependent on the CDC guidelines that came out, and we've been processing that. But definitely by July, you will have that information. That's my promise to you. We will be ready to roll soon. So I'm going to get that all ready for you to sign up for. There will be a summer event, a couple of events in end of July and August as well. I will have all of that coming out to you in an email as well. So even though we won't be after we have like 2 more weeks, I think, of newsletters from me, and then we'll give you a little break until July, and then we'll kick back up with registration, and you'll be getting a weekly update from me. So just so you know what we're doing with that. So it's goodbye, but not really goodbye for long. You'll be hearing from me for sure. Another quick side note, if there is someone that you know from the parish or your community that you feel would be a phenomenal catechist, or you yourself are considering being a catechist, we are looking at some in person classes that will happen next year in the fall. If that is something that God is calling you to, or you know that someone that you know is thinking about, please have them get in touch with me. I am starting to trying to build my army of catechists for fall already. So really think about that. And for more details about that, please drop me an email. My email is here everywhere. So just email me. I really would like to start talking with you about that and what we think it'll look like next year. And you can be able to sit with it and pray over it and really communicate with the Holy Spirit about whether you want to move forward in that. I'd love to have more people join us. So that's that. All right, my friends and families, I am so grateful for all of you. Have a wonderful week. If you have any questions, as always, send me an email. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.